was holding my breath in the downtown dog-shit district of Wilbur Mountain, Wyoming, watching the buffalo meander through the outdoor pedestrian mall. Wilbur Mountain's buffalo population was still internally reeling from the great slaughter, which we found out later was caused by guns and not gods. Knowing this now, most of the buffalo spent their days in denial, pleasantly shopping and consuming and consuming and shopping. But by nightfall, the buffalo lived out their repressed, depraved past, rendezvous in late-night snack shacks and fast food parking lots. Their empty eyes shined like headlights against the concrete walls, all parked next to each other at the Jimmy John's or at the 7-Eleven as the buffalo mounted buffalo and proceeded to buffalo each other. But I digress. That afternoon, I was standing outside the Steak and Shake, ironically not a fast food joint since daytime cannibalism had been outlawed in 2007. It was actually Wilbur Mountain's only openly buffalo discotheque. Baking in the sun, I began to smell the undeniable stench of human. As a coyote, I can only describe it as being reminiscent of bacon frying on the engine of an overheated piece of shit Winnebago broke down on the outskirts of some Walmart parking lot in Tulsa. And that's when I saw Carl. Carl's face was so fat that most people who knew him could never tell if he was upset or just sweating. He wore a three-piece, dog-shit brown corduroy suit in which every button on the suit was desperately trying to escape. If they could only unionize and burst from the seams and expose Carl for what he really was. Carl and Carl's family were the last ones who rode the steel snakes across these great plains, pointing pistols from windows in motion on steam-hissing devils through the tall grass of wide-open Wyoming. A lazy boy slaughter. And over time, most of the coyotes that were running on those great plains became Carl's dogs. And almost all the cougars became Carl's household fluffy pussycats. And all the buffalo, traumatized, had to go to therapy. The roads turned to treadmills, and the scenery just became a television show that you watched through the passenger window. And the billboards were just the commercial breaks. And everything you'd want to know about America could just be watched on the History